The silence, obviously, AoE, 5 seconds at its max level. So being caught in that wouldn't be much fun, but then again, she's going to have the initial initiation, even.
Ten seconds remaining.
Bye. Early game disconnection now by NEXT.kz. Unsure as to whether they're maybe too scared to even start this game. Puck, the final ban for NEXT.kz. Dendy obviously is murdered. You know, piano fingers. He's just, you know, insane when it comes to playing puck.
Five seconds.
3 seconds on the clock. Windrunner, the name that she should have kept. An excellent offlane as always. Played very well yesterday by... oh, God, I can't remember his name. I want to say Mad. I think it was Mad. Come up with
5 seconds.
NEXT.kz now with a minute 30 to count down before they make their pick. Counting down the seconds. NaVi with a pretty... Until Luna grabs... they won't be as strong as they need to be against the pushing lineup that is NEXT.kz so far. Brought into battle by Chen. It's going to be very tough to... Last pick, a very fun hero to play. The ability to offlane even, probably not going to, but he can play most positions. Scepter up against Luna, that is a very good in the fight itself. Invulnerable to damage, of course, when he's to select their heroes. A quick note again that this stream is simply an alternative on Twitch to the MLG.TV stream that is being casted by it is of course the official cast. If not, I'm more than happy to, and I hope I can provide you with a small amount of run through the heroes now. Head on over to NEXT.kz first. It is still not yet at that 4K solo ranking on Juggernaut. And what the fucker? A very rude name. Death Prophet. Over on the NaVi side, we have Fnatic on the Havors, aka Xbone1 on Luna. It'll be interesting to see how these teams a great idea for NEXT.kz to be engaging into any damage, along with the frostbite and a pretty squishy lineup early game, whereas these guys have Puppy. The slow could be helpful, but we'll most likely see him stacking the jungle as always. So Whatafucker seems to be having some problems here. The MLG, so on and so forth. So you do have to feel for the team. And after all that, we unfortunately chose a Mac to play on. So we just have to wait and see whether time wasted eating into the already delayed schedule that obviously minus the draft, possibly 15 minutes late at this point. Get the game on the roll. The official English cast of the MLG is MLG website. I'm pretty sure you can type MLG into Google, find the website. They have the stream embedded there somewhere. Apart from that, they tune into, or obviously hang around. I'm sure as I could be wrong. No, I don't actually speak Russian, so might take this time just to have a quick cigarette. As always, I don't condone smoking, but a man's got to do what a man's. Just another quick side. In Australia at the moment, you may have seen on the news a lot of bushfires and so on and so forth. So I will be drinking a lot of water. You'll have to excuse any gargling sounds or drinking. I really need. Go, says Dendi, translated to Russian for those that don't speak English. The whole of the NaVi lane, a pretty common great stuff. Sometimes I wish I was bilingual. So NaVi now looking to maybe scope out an early kill. The squishy CM is going to have to be very careful here, despite the fact it's not going to be all that helpful if she's comes face to face with 5 of the NaVi players. So they're just going to jump straight into this jungle, a quick ball. Windrunner just throwing off 52 base damage, having some effect on her very low HP pool. Nyx possibly on the off lane, Rubik to support Luna. Enchantress Puppy doing what he can to stack that jungle, grab some early game farms. Nuke not nearly as reliable as Carry on Swarm, of course. So we'll just see how. Chen just doing what he can just to lend a hand, placing a ward down to squash any ganks coming his way. Death Prophets, that is. As stated before, Prophet is able to offlane pretty well with Tree and some. May not be possible with this Rubik here. He's Havor should have really the time of his life at this point. You know, bottom lane Juggernaut's going to be solo. No, we'll have fond of being on the receiving end of a frostbite. Very beneficial for all the heroes on the Radiant side. Not a huge amount of regen. Oh, Jesus. I haven't missed many First Bloods, but this will be one of them. Puppy, of course, bringing a center, I believe, and a troll. Net to stun, to shackle. And a mate to no one. Map awareness. These camps, water is not really going to make it all that easy for Chen to find some farm. Tend to see Puppy here a lot. My fondest memories of I think 5 times. Top lane Luna still finding some farm as it approaches the 3-minute mark. We will check out the last 16 time. Luna keeping I've also just that free farm, no problem at all. Bottom doesn't really have enough mana at this point in time. And a tornado or doing what he can to harass Death Prophet out of lane. She does have a bottle now.
is under attack.
When Dendi just doing what he can to
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
stop the push, so they'll do their best to cut them off. Dendi's CS is currently
Tower is under attack.
top lane. I was calling the early push from NEXT.kz, but I guess dead. Probably taking a little bit of damage from the tower there, but those ever helpful fairies are going to bring her back to life. And the tier 1 tower will a lot more farm for all the heroes on the map. That's going to help Funny Cow. He needs to grab some early game items. Having used any mana, definitely is able to Blade Fury harass him away if needed. Middle lane next. Genuine Jade Hoof. Good stuff. Obviously top 1% damage in the first cycle, Year of the Beast. Close to the tower, shouldn't be in all that much trouble. Bola Blade. Juggernaut just diving a little bit. Middle lane, Denny's giving a lot of trouble. Troll, net, plus the right clicks. Say never. Dendy just being James Bond from. Definitely not similar men. So NEXT.kz now looking to press his middle tower. Phonix wants to get involved in the action now. A quick stun plus the shackle that connects the beautiful. They are spirits, right? What does it say here? To life.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Peace, Juggernaut looking to make it so though. A shackle will connect again. Dendi just on target. That double damage ring. Don't expect anything less from the legend himself. More than happy to receive them, so he's definitely taking that into account and just doing work middle lane. Puppy, the of neutral creeps, loves to just wipe out entire families in continual stacks. With Satire doing work with his
are fortified.
Bottom lane now. We're going to see NEXT.kz pressuring yet another tower. Didn't manage to take down the middle tower, but the bottom tower in exchange. Juggernaut continuing to farm very well. So Luna leading the way. Havorce, a pretty decent farmer by no stretch of the. Whenever he's playing. NaVi will look to push this middle lane. Mama managing to Vendetta out the way. farm up. As we hit the 9-minute mark almost, the experience definitely in Navi's favor, over 3,000 now. The gold, almost a Bloodstone's difference. Another great shackle, ensuring this Satire drops just in time. A slight lull in play at the moment. Both teams just and grab a couple of items. Dendy farming very well. We'll have a 4-staff in just a Navi now smoking up middle lane. Death Prophet's going to have to be very careful here. A shackle could end her. Dendy looking at power shot, but not even needed. Proud. Dendy going to take another kill. Havors decides to kill Seal It instead. Prophet doing what he can to perhaps snatch it. So Reeves doing his best to rat it out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Very important at this time of the game. How the players are rotating and pushing and organizing themselves. With no trouble at all, leading the board. 84 CS now at 11 minutes. Juggernaut doing his best to keep up, but to push up too far. Deciding not to creep equilibrium. Yeah. So he's going to find himself having to run up and down this lane, perhaps even into the danger zone. So DP now dropping a ult. Quick Nova just a slow burn from a carry on Swarm. The Seatia being stolen. Oh, no problem at all. Trent simply buffering the next heroes there, and DP's obviously melting towers. Definitely going to be having a very large dinner tonight. So Havors opting for a Ghost Scepter, possibly an Ethereal Blade. Wow. The ability just to completely rape heroes. The Lucent Beam plus stun. Problem at all. Reeves again out of position. Very similar to an elderly person in a retirement village at this point in time. Not really holding any value enough. So Juggernaut will do what he can now to push his bottom tower. Tier 2 now. Havors ready to collect these stacks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
So Havors now on 104 CS. Not really sure why he would just keep it at the Ghost Scepter. Death Prophet with DD. Buying a couple of creeps. Creeps smoked up, ready to gank. And looks like NEXT.kz may be slowly looking into the bottomless. Another moment of silence right now. As they can. NEXT.kz not doing all that well. We'll have a quick look at the experience and goal graph. 5,000 now, the way of to almost even. The tier 2 would have really helped them out. Good stuff there. Juggernaut ult complete. Use the ult this game, so good to see that he's aiming for that 100% success rate. All his hard work will be in vain. But NEXT.kz coming up, taking up the rear. A couple of impetus strikes onto Furan. They're A-OK. Havorce now being a little bit cheeky, getting up in the grills of Juggernaut. Puppy doing the same. A stun, managing to find the target of. Didn't have the balls to continue on forward though. Managing to retreat. Lucent beam onto CM. Havorce in a little bit of trouble. With enough HP just to tank that tower though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Carapace ensures that DP gets stunned twice. And the Lucent beam to finish her off. Definitely a greedy player. And NaVi just slowly wrapping their hands around the neck of KZ. Far too many different names. NaVi now ready to remove Roshan from the game. And just for 10 minutes or so. Another excellent shackle from Dendi. Great angle there. Just straight across. Ready to get involved just yet. May not even know that Roshan's about to be taken down. Smoking. Juggernaut able to find another tower. Another shackle. Chen finding himself in a god-awful position. Zero for 3. So a little bit of feed there from Chen. Top lane, however, next kick. Middle of a 3-way that he wasn't invited to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
Put back though. Mantis already using his Blade Fury, could find himself in just a smidgen of trouble. Dendi deciding not to throw the shackle out will be being dropped. Eclipse now. Hand of God ensuring they stay alive just a little bit longer. The glaives though ensuring that Death Prophet drops. CM for some reason using a ult and not really doing anything. And Nature's Prophet countdown timer to be born again. The GG being called by NEXT.kz. They did have a small window of opportunity, even if it was a very tiny window, big enough for just an eye, but they didn't. Saying, you know, we'll pick the heroes that we'd like to pick, and perhaps wasn't his item of choice. And a stun cancelled out by the Yules there. Mana burn not as effective as they'd like it to be. I am a robot. And NaVi now reaching deep inside the bowels of NEXT.kz. Reeves yet again finding himself in a... being kept alive by the hand of God. Havorce now having to use that Aegis. Being born again, Christian.
Tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm going to start smacking onto that tier 2. Another shackle. Some being thrown out onto Death Prophet there. Blade Fury coming out doing a very... used another shackle onto the Satire. Or Satyr. Blink into stun on Reeves again. He's going to have to be very careful. Puppy deciding not to continue on with the onslaught. And of course not having any of it. Popping the Manta style now. Dropping down. And Death Prophet just being melted. So rather than during a fight, 15,000 experience in the way of NaVi at the moment. Gold. Back to the middle, but NaVi pulled it right back down in their favor. And all being thrown out onto Dendi there. That Ghost Scepter ensuring that he stays alive. Just plus those beautiful fairies, bring him right back to full HP. Another shackle though, not finding its mark. Dendi, pretty decent.
Not gonna happen.
And NEXT.kz daring to step further from their base. Really have been playing very well over the last couple of days and last week. Not really able to step up today. Again, finding DP, plus the Phonic stun. The bolt, Fade Bolt, I wanted to say phase, but... Just a quick note for any of the new viewers, this stream is being, well, not this exact stream, but this game is being casted by Toby1 and his co-caster Snaking over on the MLG web. An English Twitch alternative side. Despite the fact that we do have incredibly shit internet in Australia, my connection is holding pretty strong. Feel free to lower the quality of another NEXT.kz just melting. Just almost two agility. So they're going to head for this second set of racks, with tier 3 needing to drop first, of course. NaVi back off with a slight smirk on their face. Ethereal Blade plus Elusive Big. A nice blink there, ensuring he got out just before a point of damage was cast upon him. Dendi doing what he can. Doesn't really do all that much damage. Frostbite. Havorse now coming in. Definitely ready to get down and dirty. The Carapace stopping CM ult. Dendi on very low HP. The Omni Slash going off will drop Havorse. Insane amount of kills everywhere. This really is a bloodbath. Whether they're really playing up to their name, though, I'm not too sure. GG now being called by Wetafaka. NEXT.kz played a very good game. What that is, NaVi is a really strong enemy. So, NaVi, very good game. You know, good stuff. Pat on the back to both teams. We'll be bringing you this game shortly. Bear with me.